You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW-LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC-LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Hello, I am Margie Taylor, Conroe Culture News from Lone Star Community Radio in downtown Conroe, FM 104.5, 106.1, and also Facebook Live on Conroe Culture News. So today we are going to talk a little bit about all the things that are going on with the City of Conroe Parks and Rec, and we have a whole seven different people that are coming on to talk about that. So we're going to hear about all the wonderful things since now everything is wide open. We've been running the First Thursday concerts. We'll talk a little bit about that and some of the summer programs and the water parks and all the different things that you can do with the City of Conroe. And you don't have to be a kid. I mean, you can be older like me or way older than me, senior activities, all of that. So this is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic and Team Sinisi Real Estate Group. Roger Stein Chiropractors have been voted the best chiropractic center in Montgomery County for 4 consecutive years. They are located at 3033 West Davis by Conroe High School and Taco Bell. So if you are a new patient, they give back $25 that you pay for the services goes directly back to CASA. Team Sinisi Real Estate Group serves the greater Montgomery County, and they are your best source for buying or selling a home or investing in real estate. Call 281-507-9777, Team Sinisi. It's an easy name to remember. So with that, my guest sitting with me to start off, I have Elizabeth West, I have Rob Hamilton, and Kellie Hall. And Rob, why don't you get us going? What's going on?
Well, what's not going on? I mean,
I know. Are you excited that the difference between last year and this year?
Well, absolutely. Last year we were kind of just
moment by moment
twiddling our thumbs, waiting for something to do, and now we've got our hands full with things to do. So,
it's gotten
which is
crazy.
A good thing.
It's good. It's good. And now you have the water park open too.
We did open that for just a few days last summer at the very end, and this year we'll open up mid-May on the weekends and full blast in June.
That's exciting, and it's a beautiful water park. And I know we're going to talk more about that with Kyle in a bit. But directly across from me is Elizabeth West. And Elizabeth and I have been friends for some time now. And she's always bebopping out there at the First Thursday concerts. And I'm so glad that is back on a regular schedule and not the every week thing that kind of moves into late October and the weather changes and gets a little cooler. So we're excited about that. So what have you have going on, Elizabeth?
Well, aside from the special events that I plan, I also oversee some of our programs. So today I'm here to talk about one of our summer camps. It's a specialty camp. We call it the MAC camp, stands for Multi-Arts Camp. And we're excited. We did have our camp last year in 2020, but we're excited to be back again this summer. This summer we will have 2 sessions of the Multi-Arts Camp. It's the first 2 full weeks in June. So June 7th through 11th is the first session, and the second session, the 14th through the 18th. And the MAC camp takes place actually at the Owen Theater, right where we are, right across the way. The camp is from 8:30 a.m. till 3:30, Monday through Friday.
How many years have you done this? Is this the 3rd year, or?
It's more than that. It's kind of evolved a little and changed every year.
It's very little known, but I know that you always get full, right?
We do, yeah. We did have to limit the capacity last year down to 20 kids each week, but we have taken as much as 40 each week. It's a little
it seems like
crowded
a lot
in there. But
what are the age groups?
The ages is 7 to 12. And it's a full week, Monday through Friday, with Friday afternoons. We always have a student performance there at the Owen Theater, where the students showcase what they've learned.
Is that public? Can anybody come watch that, or how does that work?
I mean, it's for the parents, families of the...
That's kind of nice that you can do that. It kind of brings it all back together,
Yeah,
and they
it's
can
fun.
see
It's
the
a lot of fun.
final
Last year
production.
we didn't have the performance where guests could come. We videotaped it and sent it out to the parents, which they really enjoyed that. But I think this year we'll get back to having a live.
What do they learn? What are the
performance.
different segments? Because I know there's different parts of it.
Yeah, so we call it the multi-arts camp. Throughout the week, they learn music, art, and then the basics of acting. Each day, they do all three of those different things. They rotate through schedules. So on that student performance, it's kind of like a recital with the music that they've learned, as well as a mini play. And then
So they make the
showcase-
scenes, right? The backdrops and all of that as well.
Yeah, that's part of the art aspect of the camp. But then aside from that, too, they also do small projects that they can take home.
I think it sounds fun. Very creative. Keeps their interest up. So
Yeah.
do you have registration? Will that be active?
Yes, it's open now. We're accepting registration, so you can register online at the rec center or over the telephone. The cost is $120
That's
per
not
week
bad.
per session. That's the cost for residents of Conroe. We do have a non-resident fee, $150.
It's still not bad.
Not bad
It's still
for all
good.
week of
Yeah,
the-
no, absolutely. And it gives them something creative and different to do that it might make them have the confidence to go and try out
Right.
audition for one of the theaters that we
A
have.
community one or a school play, yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
kind of the goal of the camp, I guess, to get the younger kids involved and get them ready to be in a community
Well, it's a
theater
real
production
confidence booster when you see that you can do something
Get up on
out
stage
there.
and-
Yes. Would you do that?
I mean, I have to do it at the first Thursday
Yeah.
concerts every month, so
Yeah. So you're over that, right?
I'm used to it now. Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, we're accepting registrations. We've got a few people signed up already, and we get a lot of returning kids that look forward to it every year coming back. So.
Do you distribute this information to the schools, or do they just know because it's part of the city of Conroe?
I think most people just know, but of course we do. We've got it in our playbook that's going to be coming out.
So the playbook is now in publication mode again to be distributed?
On a limited basis.
Not as many, but yes.
We're going digital. So that what that means is that we're printing a few, and we are printing cardstock where they can just scan the QR code, and then it will take them right to the website, and then they can scroll through the playbook and click on something for more information details.
I saw that kind of like a newsstand type thing at the elevators at City Hall with the QR code. I noticed that today. So lots of things are going to the QR code because it's just so easy with your camera that everybody has in their phone. So what else about that?
Well, that's about it, I guess, for the multi-arts camp. We're open for registrations, and we always love to see new kids trying out the arts. Also at the rec center, we have youth dance programs. Right now, we're in session. It'll be ending in May, and then in the summer, we'll do a mini session of youth dance.
Tell me about that.
That's for ages 18 months all the way up till 12 years.
Really? 18 months?
Yeah, we do a mommy and me, or parent and me
What do they do?
class.
They kind of roll around?
Yeah, they do a little.
No, they're walking by then, so.
Toddling.
Yeah.
Yes.
That kind of sounds fun. That's a good thing for other
Yeah, so-
moms to know other like ages,
We offer classes, youth dance classes, Monday through Thursday, all different times of the day, different ages. Like I said, it's mostly an ongoing. We do it in sessions, but it's year round. So
What do you like best about what you do?
I enjoy the events, getting out and
Like
seeing
the first
community.
Thursdays?
First Thursdays are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can we talk about that for a second?
Absolutely.
So I do have the dates and who, just in case. But so had Escape and the April one. Can't remember the guy's name.
Cody Hibbard.
That's right. And yes, so we had an audience there.
Country and Western.
Yes,
Cody's
Country Western. And so in June 3rd, which again is the first Thursday of the month, and the performer gets on stage at 7. 7 p.m. till 8:30, correct?
Yes.
And so we will have a tribute to Christina, the Queen of Tejano.
Our June concert is still going to feature
Is that not right?
Latino music and
Okay.
some Selena songs.
Okay.
Christina will not
Christina's
be there
not
that
okay.
night, but she has found someone to fill in for her.
Okay, so
It's still
it's
going
still
to
a
be-
Latin night.
Yes.
Okay, that's all that matters. It's a Latin night. Okay,
And there still will be some Selena songs.
a
playing
little
tribute.
bit of variety.
Yes.
And then
July,
you
we
have
Derek Spence, which is tribute to George Strait.
that always gets a lot of people out there for that one.
Big time.
Yes. And then the Spicolis.
Spicoli's
Speaking of fast time at Ridgemont High.
in August, and then September finishing out we have Hamilton Loomis.
So Spicolis and Hamilton Loomis are new
Yes.
to the lineup, correct?
Correct.
And you're not having the Eagles tribute band, which you always have.
Yeah, we didn't have them
Interesting.
in the lineup this year. I think we just
Well, sometimes you have to,
Change it up.
rotate in
Change it
some new
up,
people.
Yeah.
Sure that we get a big crowd for them, but they also play at a number of venues locally here.
Yes, they do.
So they have a good following, but we like to bring some new performers to the stage, and I think that we've done that this year with some of the folks that we've had, Cody Hibbard and the Spricolis.
We had a pretty
and
good crowd.
Hamilton
so tell me about
Loomis.
the Spicolis.
I haven't seen them before, but I know it's 80s.
80s and
tribute.
MTV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
80s fun music, top 40 type stuff, you bet.
Dancing, getting people out there,
Yeah.
active.
Songs that everybody knows and remembers and loves. Yeah, you bet.
Okay. And then Hamilton Loomis, it says blues.
He's jazz blues. I've been
Well, that's
I've-
different because you haven't
Right.
had anything like
No,
that.
we haven't. And our promoter, I really tried to push him, lean on him a little bit
Mark
to
Taylor?
get Mark Taylor, to get him to reach out to Hamilton Loomis. He plays a lot of the clubs in Houston and also tours a lot nationwide, and he can really play the jazz and the blues.
Does he have a saxophone? Or was he playing?
Well, I don't know if his band does or what components of the band that he'll bring, but he grinds a pretty mean axe, as they say. So he
that should be interesting.
yeah.
A lot of people love the blues.
Yeah, and well, it's in jazz too. So I think that a lot of his, if you Google him, he's got some good training and as an understudy with some pretty famous blues musicians. So he's not just gonna show up and be a wannabe. It's a real deal. He can play.
That's exciting. And so that ends it all in September.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's before Labor Day then. Seems like.
I think so. Yes.
Well, it has to be because
Yep.
if it's the 2nd and Labor Day's on a Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's the weekend before Labor Day.
Mm-hmm.
Be a good kickoff.
Be a good kickoff to ending it, but to Labor Day. So anything else you have, Elizabeth, that you want to share?
No, I think that's it for me.
That's
I
pretty
know
much it.
Kelly's going to talk to
Okay,
you about
so
the
Kellie,
movies.
Kellie, what's your role at Parks and Rec?
I am the I'm the coordinator for senior dance and fitness programs and movies in the park. So I get to do all that fun stuff.
We didn't do movies last year, did we?
We missed them.
Darn.
She just wrapped up Mr. Bunny too. It was very good.
I bet Mr. Bunny was good. Did you exceed your goals?
I think so. Our expectations, yes. we
Right.
did.
Right.
Absolutely.
Everybody was ready to get out and get those Easter eggs and
And they got
pictures of
plenty,
Mr.
trust
Bunny.
me. When you
I'm
said-
sure.
Yes, Mr. Bunny was very popular.
So what's the first thing you have coming up, Kellie?
So senior dances have just resumed after sitting out for over a year due to COVID. So
That's good.
yeah, so we've been dancing now for 2 weeks. The seniors are loving it.
Do they have to register in advance?
No, it's we haven't had an issue with reaching fulfilling capacity. So that's been we're about 100 to 120 right now, which our facility can handle that. So
that's at the senior center?
it's actually at the activity center, which is next door to the senior center.
Okay. And when is the next one?
Every Friday night right now. So every Friday night, except for in the summers, June, July, and August, we move to Saturdays, and every other Saturday in the summer. Slow down a little bit in the summertime.
What kind of attendance do you have from the seniors?
Attendance?
Yeah. Is it pretty good?
Oh, yeah. It's pretty much a regular crowd. And these people have been
They
coming
enjoy it.
and dancing together for 20 years. So, yeah. So I
That's
do notice
wonderful.
every week I meet a couple of new ones that have just heard about it from a friend or, at the feed store. So they come out and, live bands every Friday night. So
Live bands?
Live bands. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So what's the fee to?
$5 per person. Wow. Yeah. I think it's a
Okay,
pretty
cool.
good
I will
gig.
share that. What's the age?
55 and up. We don't card
Ooh,
though.
I'm a senior. Are you a senior, Rob?
Yeah, maybe. What was the band that you had last
55.
week? What was
We
their
had
name?
Whiskey Bent. Whiskey Bent.
Yeah. And,
Yeah,
and
I don't dance.
Who's coming up this weekend?
This one we have. Well, when we get started, it'll be string benders. So they've been playing with us for a while. String benders. We've got Loose Change, Voodoo Rodeo, Grateful Geezers, Glenn Linderman, several really well-known popular bands, and you'll hear like everything from country to like big bands, the oldies. This past week we had like a sock hop style. So
What are considered oldies?
I would say back, the 50s.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is the 70s old? It's classic.
classic. Yeah, the fist in the classic.
You're
category.
wondering over there, Rob.
Well, that's my era. So
I know.
I'm
Me
just
too. The 70s.
Thinking back on that.
Like, hopefully that's not oldies. I just wanted to be sure. So, whatever.
Well, these bands are really good.
They're very good.
I think, if I remember right, it's been a while since I've heard them, but Glenn Linderman kind of brings a more of a orchestra type, sort of, kind of.
Like a ballroom kind of thing?
Yeah,
Dancing?
he gets more into some of the older, big band type stuff.
Right.
Which,
Nice.
I mean, they love that. I mean, they play other stuff too, but so Kellie does a good job. She's got a nice variety of bands that are coming through that, keeps everybody interested.
That's
Not
good.
just the same group every time.
Kind of like the first Thursday concert, right? You got to
Right.
have something for everybody.
Right.
So, Kellie, where do you find this information? Is that on the City of Conroe website of who's playing, that kind of information?
Yes, and we actually have I have an email list that's got over 200 emails, and I send them out to everyone that has shown that said they wanted them. So I send out emails and let them know this is our band lineup and this is our dates.
Very
and-
nice. You'll have to add me to
So,
that list because
okay.
I work with someone that takes care of
Okay.
seniors.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We have theme nights. We'll have them dress up. They'll come in their poodle skirts, and if it's a
How
if it's
fun.
a sock hop, or we'll have a Valentine's dance
Wow.
or Christmas, and so they like the theme nights a lot.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
not really
that's
asking
nice.
for a friend. You're asking.
Stop. Stop. I am asking for it. And you know it. Well, that's nice. Okay, so you have the senior programs, the senior dances, and so tell me about movies in the park.
So movies in the park, we had to miss it last year because of COVID. So this year we're going to come back beginning May 7th. We'll start with Toy Story 4. And then May 21st, we'll have Lion King, the live action version. And then June 11th, Frozen 2. And then June 25th onward. So
And these will be put on the website too.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
And those are at Heritage Place.
right.
Yeah.
And what do they need to bring?
just a chair, a blanket.
Same as
Well,
if going to a concert, whatever makes you comfortable, and
Yeah.
you're going to sit on the grass.
Yeah, and we'll have concessions available. We'll start at dusk, so just dark enough for the film to be seen, and then we'll get started.
Whatever time that is,
Right.
8:30-ish or
Yeah,
something.
we'll probably chase the sun for a little while as it
Yeah.
changes. So
Okay. All right, and that's free because that's
it's free.
what the City of Conroe provides for free.
And you
That's
and
cool.
you can bring your own food and beverage in as long
you
as you're
can?
not bringing any alcoholic beverages or glass containers.
Let's talk about that for a second. Has there been a resolution about that as far as
For-
bringing alcohol in for the First Thursday concerts?
Well, the resolution is that our concert goers are allowed to bring in food and beverage as long as it's not in a glass container, and that can include alcoholic beverages.
So that's new.
It is new this year. It's just a different direction that we decided to take. We received some input from some folks that thought that might help boost attendance, and so we thought, well, we'll give it a try.
Okay.
So we still
as
have a
long as it's not-
concessionaire out there.
Who's the
Well,
person?
our first concert, it was Red Brick Tavern.
Yes.
And they were selling food and
Beverages.
beer and beverage, or beer and wine, and we hope that they will continue to do so.
Okay, all right. So I just wanted to get the up to date because I know it was pending at the first Thursday in April, which happened to be April Fool's Day, of what direction the city was going to go as far as bringing the alcohol in. But now it's already a done deal.
Well, it wasn't really pending for the first concert. We made that decision prior to, so it was we marketed it as such, and the feedback that we got the first concert, people were very appreciative of that opportunity. So,
Okay. All right. So you have the movies in the park, the senior dances. What else is on your slate, Kelly?
On my slate, well, we always have our fitness classes. Those are year-round. You can take anything from yoga, Pilates, jazzercise, Zumba. I mean, plenty of fitness classes going on Monday through Friday. And those are included with a membership to the rec center.
So you need to get your membership first. So
Yes, ma'am.
if I didn't have a membership, could I just go in and take a class and pay a fee, or how does that work?
You can, actually, we do offer, people can try a fitness class for free. Then we also do have a day pass at the rec center.
Okay, so you could do that. There's
yeah.
different ways to work
We
that.
do track that, so if you've already came for your free class, next time you'd pay your
You don't
day
get to
pass.
play that way then.
No.
Okay, well, I think we're going to take a little break, and we're going to bring in Kyle and Wesley. Did you all have anything else you wanted to add, ladies?
Thanks for
Okay,
having
we're
us.
going to
Thanks
take
for
a
having
quick
us.
break, and again, this is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic and Team Sinisi Real Estate Group. We'll be right back.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment, or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Hey, this is Wayne Green, your host for Radio Wayne, Spoke and More. Each Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m., I'll be playing folk, singer-songwriter, Americana, blues, bluegrass, classic country, Cajun Zydeco, Celtic swing, and whatever else seems to fit. Once again, that's Radio Wayne, Spoke and More, every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on Lone Star Community Radio.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
And we are back on I'm Margie Taylor, your host of Conroe Culture News at Lone Star Community Radio in downtown Conroe. We're talking with the City of Conroe Parks and Recreation about all the fun things you can do at any age, whether you're a newborn or a senior. We talked about senior dances and some of the things that are coming back this year. Of course, we have the First Thursday concerts. We were talking about that. Movies in the park, the senior dances, and now we're going to talk with Kyle and Wesley, and Kyle's going to tell us a little bit about the water park, the new water slide, all of that stuff, some of the aquatic programs. I'm sure you have programs where you can learn to swim.
Yes, we do.
Right? And then Wesley Wagner is going to talk with us about all the other stuff, the summer camps and track and field, all the outdoor stuff as well, any of that stuff, right?
A lot of sports.
A lot of sports. Well, because that's what summer's about, right? You get out, you go play, you get hot, then you go back into the pool and cool off.
Yeah.
So, okay, so let's start with you, Kyle. So, the park is going to be open when?
We start our weekends opening May 8th. We'll be open Saturdays and Sundays until June. And then when we get into June, we'll be open Tuesday through Sundays.
Very good. And what's the fee to get in?
It's $8 per person to come in. 2 and under is free. If it is, the water park is included in your membership as well, if you do have a City of Conroe membership.
Okay, so let's talk about the Learn to Swim classes. So you have all different levels?
Wait,
What?
you kind of glazed over the water park. We got to give that some more attention.
Well, I was going to come back to the water
Oh,
park,
I'm sorry.
but
Okay.
but we can do it now.
All right. Well, Kyle, talk about the water park, because we had a water park and now that was demolished, and now it's a
Now
whole
you have an amazing
new
water
water park with new amenities. So,
yes, even the ducks swam in that.
and I know the listeners would want to hear.
Everybody
all about
wants
that.
to hear about that.
Yeah, so we demolished our last facility. This is the first full summer of the new water park.
Yes.
It is a state-of-the-art facility. We have 3 large tower slides. One of them is a drop slide, a closed flume, and an open flume. We have a very large activity pool that has graduated steps that are 4 foot wide, and it only goes to 4 feet. And we have a basketball rim inside that pool. Our activity pool is,
which is the activity pool? What does that mean?
It's the middle pool. It's a small pool. It's only a foot deep, and it's got a little kids play feature in it. So it's really great for toddlers and kids that are just learning to walk. And it's
for the younger kids.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot safer.
So the parents can sit out there with them and feel good that they can play. Now, do you have a lifeguard all over?
Yeah, we have a staff of 13 lifeguards that run the facility. We try to keep a ratio of about 25 patrons to 1 lifeguard. So we try to cover all that area. Just the activity pool, the baby pool, we have 2 lifeguards, 1 in the shallow beach entry, and then we have 1 on the other end of the play feature, so that the entire pool is covered. The other thing is we have the slides that were similar to our last slides that go into a little catch pool, and those are exactly like our last slides, the same height and everything, but they're still a lot of fun.
It looks a lot of fun. It really attracts attention from the outside. You know, I know people were waiting on that last year, and there was all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, of course, the pandemic, but then it got put off a few times.
Yeah, the COVID really hurt the schedule. The materials coming in.
Sure,
and,
absolutely.
That was the worst part for us.
But now it's going to be open the full season.
The full season, May to September.
So can people bring in food items in it, or how does that work?
Yeah, so we don't have a concessionaire anymore, and we don't have a concession stand. So you can bring coolers, and the only thing we ask is you don't bring alcohol and you don't bring glass containers, and that you don't make a gigantic mess with your food, but you don't eat in the water, but you're welcome to bring food and drink that you want.
That's nice. That's nice. It's good for families.
Yes, it is.
It makes it a great opportunity for
the
summer.
It's very affordable.
Yes. So, what was I going to ask you about the water park?
You can't go bowling or to the movies for an average cost of $8 a person. You're going to...
No, it's great. So, are you going to do the flick and float things too?
Yeah, so flick and float. One flick and float will be May 22nd at the water park. And that one will be the Trolls World Tour. And our other one...
Say that again.
Trolls World Tour.
Okay, that's the movie.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was a thing.
The other Flick and Float is July 9th at OJ. So
they bring their own noodles.
Bring their own noodles. We provide root beer floats and popcorn.
I remember that because I usually write about it in the weekly
That's
article.
right. You bring your own noodle.
Bring your noodle. It's kind of funny. So that's a great way for parents to get the kids out there.
Yes.
Now, can kids come unattended without their parents?
No.
What's the age?
So for the water park, we say 9 and above can come unattended, but that's to my comfort.
That's relative. How do you know how old they are? They don't have an ID.
It's true, but it's also kind of just how the kid acts. And I mean, I'm really not even comfortable with 9-year-olds being dropped off. But
so it's a judgment, kind of.
It kind of is,
just to make sure. So let's say they come in by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have to pass any kind of a swim test or anything?
That facility, the deepest water we have is 4 foot, so we don't make anyone pass a swim
test. And y'all are
test.
attentive, so
yes, ma'am.
It's good. So all of your lifeguards are certified, first aid, CPR, all of that.
Yes, ma'am. Every year they're recertified, and on Mondays the reason why we're closed on Mondays is for in-service, which is a state mandated where we do training every Monday for our staff.
And then they take breaks, whatever it is, an hour,
ma'am.
2 hours, something like that, so they can refresh their eyes or whatever.
Their shifts, one shift for a lifeguard is about 4 hours long. That includes a 15-minute break in there, and we make them rotate every 30 minutes, so they're not sitting at one place longer than 30 minutes.
Right, so they're paying attention.
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. Okay, anything else?
Well, I think it's important, as what Kyle said, is that when a parent does come and drop a kid off, if the kid decides to leave and go to the rec center or whatever, then we can't. They're on their own. We don't provide supervision, so they have.
That's not part of your service.
That's right.
They come in there and they can attend the water park on their own if it's on parents' discretion,
right,
or something, and then where they go after that is
exactly
on your own.
And we do have some kids that have memberships that might go over to the rec center and shoot some hoops and then come back to the pool, that kind of thing.
Well, it's a good way to spend the day, especially when your parents work, But
we don't track them. So, I mean, that's the important thing.
That is important to know.
Parents have to remember.
Right. You're not responsible for them.
Exactly.
That's a big word, yes. You're not accountable for their behavior. So, all right, swimming lessons.
Swimming lessons, it's always full and always busy. We run 3 sessions throughout the summer. Registration goes to our residents first, and then whatever it's not filled up by residents goes to non-residents. But they always fill up. They're always busy. We start at 6 months, and we can even go all the way up to adults. So we do like adult beginner and adult intermediate.
How do you know what level you're at?
We have learn to swim evaluations. We offer them pretty much every other Saturday in the summer. And you just come in. It's free. You come in. We evaluate you. We tell you which level you should sign up for, and we put it in your account. So when you do go sign up, the only thing you can sign up for is your level. So that's
good. That's very organized. So do you also have the master swim going on?
We do not have master swim.
You don't have that anymore?
No, we haven't had that for
a period of time.
Yes, a long time.
We don't have the program master swim, but we have lap swim that has plenty of
room to do that.
18 plus swimmers, and many of them are.
So some
40s,
are regulars
50s,
and come in and do that.
Very much a regular, yes.
Yeah, because I know you kind of get in that habit, and that's what you do for recreation, like a runner or a walker or anything else. What else? Anything else?
I think the only important date is to keep in mind is the world's largest swim lesson will be June 18th at 10 a.m. We are part of that program that at that time, all the aquatic facilities all over the United States will be getting in the water and swimming and teaching swim lessons, and it goes into the Guinness Book of World Records every year.
You do that, yes, annually. How long have you been doing that? For a long time, right, Rob?
At least 10, 12 years.
Yeah, we've been doing as soon as they launched it, we've been a part of it.
That's nice. So it's good to see that things are open and people will be using the water park and all the facilities. I mean, I like seeing kids playing and enjoying and families
Love
out
it.
there. You know, it's just the right thing to do in the summer.
Well, one of the things about our aquatic center is that there's something for everyone there. I mean, you can lap swim, you can do water exercise, you can take learn to swim lessons, you can do scuba, you can do recreational swim at the water park. So we kind of cover the full needs of the community in that one facility. So, and Kyle is right. It is a very busy time in the summertime. In our Learn to Swim group lessons, we'll put over 1,000 kids through
That's
a Learn
good.
to Swim program, and
It's
then
very important. They
and
learn.
then a few
Yes.
hundred more in private lessons as well. So, it's a very needed program. You know,
Absolutely.
we're a lakefront city pretty much, and you know, I strongly recommend that parents take advantage of the opportunity to get their kids. We not only do summer lessons, we do lessons in the fall and then again in the spring. So,
Yeah.
get your kids in there and so they can learn how to.
We used to always do that every summer.
Yeah, I mean, and luckily with the City of Conroe, we have very affordable swim lessons. We don't mark up on the price. We keep our lessons very affordable. So, I mean, you can come get 3 weeks of swim lessons for a little bit over $30, which
Wow,
other
That is a
private owned
good price.
business is up above 300.
absolutely.
Oh, we also
that's
have a
good to
swim
know.
team and a dive
We do.
program.
Oh.
Forgot to mention that.
Yeah, we did.
So is that for youth?
It is. So we have a USA swimming program, swim club called CATS, Conroe Area Team Swim. And then we have a dive club called Conroe Dive Club. And they both compete in this region with other youth, with other teams. And they're both very competitive teams. But
Is that year round?
yes, ma'am, it's year round.
A number of those participants over the years have been state champions in Texas age group swimming. They've qualified for national level meets. They've qualified for junior Olympics and things like that. So it's a very, and what Kyle said, affordable yet far-reaching program.
Yes.
I didn't even know about all that. That's great information. Okay, so Wesley, we're moving over to your end of the table here now. So sports, summer sports, outdoors, active things going on. Tell me about it.
Yeah, we got a lot going on this summer. So we're wrapping up our spring seasons of soccer and youth flag football. So we're very happy about this season. But you know, this summer we're bringing back some sports camps. We're gonna have a youth soccer camp going on this summer and a multi-sport camp.
What age does that start?
No, so that's gonna start with at 5 years old, and that's going up to 13. So that's where the camps will go this summer. And so we're partnering.
Do boys and girls play together, or are they separate?
They are co-ed
Okay.
for the leagues right now, and that'll go for the camps as well. So we're very excited about the camps. It'll be our first time in a long time to have a soccer camp and a multi-sport camp going on this summer, or in a long time. So let's just say that. So we're very excited about that. And then we'll also have a tennis camp going on this summer called the Big Bam Tennis Academy. And we started with Big Bam this past November, and it's been going on very strong with just the academy at night. But this summer we'll be having it going on during the day from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the afternoon, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So.
And that's youth?
That is for youth as well. That'll be that's 5 to 18. So. A lot going on with tennis and soccer and flag football and all that stuff. And then we're also very excited about bringing back track and field. We partner.
Is that new?
So it's not necessarily new, but it's back from because we were knocked out with COVID last year. So we are a part of the Texas Amateur Athletic Federation, or TAF, and we usually send runners or jumpers or field event people to the TAF regional games. 2 years ago, they were in LaPorte, and that's where we have kids again going from 8 to 18, whether they're doing 100-meter dash, a 400, long jump, discus throwing, shot
Where do they
put.
do this?
So as far as practicing or games,
Yeah.
so we practice over at Pete Junior High. That's where they do a lot of their training, and then the actual track meets are at different Region 1 sites. So unfortunately, it's a bit of a drive because in Region 1, like we're in with Pasadena and LaPorte, Deer Park. But it's a lot of fun once you get out there. Kids have a great time with it. So
Very nice. Do you do cross country too, or no? Do you?
Well, there's not cross-country events. There's distance events.
Right. So, what is your longest distance that you
the
do?
longest distance that we have is the 2 mile, and then there's also the 1 mile as well. And I'd say 2 years ago we actually had a state champion in the 1 mile. So we've had many runners running the 2 mile who are just cross country runners, and so we want to that gives them an event where they can
an outlet,
an outlet where they can stay in shape for the school year, and so we're very we want to make sure that they're ready for the fall, so then whenever they're trying out for their junior high or high school teams, or even just maybe they're not junior high yet and they just want to have some fun learning track. So
how young do you go with the track and field?
So TAF actually offers a 6 and 7-year-old division, but the only race that they can do is a 50 meter run. So we started at 8 years old, where they're able to run a 100 meter, a 200 meter, a mile, and then field events. So it starts at 8 years old and it goes up to 18. So
I didn't know you had track and field.
This is truly a summer recreational track program. That's what it's intended to be. A lot of the kids come back year after year. And then some like it so much that they move on to other programs that are year round. But it's a great entry level for track and field. You get to learn running technique, starting technique, finishing technique. And the field events, the finer points in each one of those.
So that's what it is, where they learn all of the aspects, not just one.
Right. It's a very
That is good.
general introduction to it, and as the season progresses, then they become more proficient at the different
Right. So it's
skills.
kind of like the one Elizabeth runs for the arts, only it's for the track and field. That's
Sure.
nice.
Exactly.
we had 2 years ago we had about just under 40 kids in the program, so which we were very happy with. So we're hoping to build it back up, taking last year off, and we're very excited about. So there's a regional games that TAF runs with our Region 1, and then if you qualify for state would actually be in Corpus Christi this year. So
That's exciting.
it's very exciting. It's and there's regions from all over the state of Texas would be there, and it's 2 years ago we had state in College Station, which was a ton of fun. I went, and it was a blast just being there, being with the kids. It was a great time.
I can tell you enjoy this. So your people are all pretty seasoned in what they do. It seems like they seem very
Wes
engaged.
Wes is the new guy on the block, but
I never would have known that.
Well, no,
he seems very engaged.
He has done a great job with the programs that he has been thrust into the responsibility of, and they're high volume programs. Soccer program this year is pushing 500 again.
600.
600 over
Wow.
600. Before pre-COVID, we were at 700. That's a high volume program. Flag football that disappeared from the area for a while is now back over 100 kids. So, and we look to start a youth basketball and a youth volleyball program as well, along the same lines of volunteer coaches, 8-game type season, instructional play or practices, and fun, and everybody participates.
So are you looking for volunteer coaches for any of these things?
Always looking for volunteers.
Okay, that's a good answer, right?
I would say we have 68 teams in our soccer program this year. We have probably over 100 volunteers, and that includes head coaches, assistant coaches, and honestly probably at 200 volunteers if you throw in team moms there, team parents. So we're always looking for volunteers, and just to be a volunteer, you don't have to be an expert in soccer.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Are there
football.
qualifications for that?
The qualifications is being willing, and you have to pass a background check.
Okay. Other than that,
so-
you don't have to be like the best.
Other than that, you have to be willing. That's all we ask. You have to be willing to give 2 hours a week, 1 hour for practice, 1 hour for games.
Wow.
So.
That's
And it helps if you have a little bit of energy factor going in there too, that you want to be there and you want to work with kids and you want to ensure that they're all out there having a good time. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. Oh, very nice.
Now, on the adult side, Wes is also running adult softball 4 nights a week. How many teams do you have in that?
We have about 44 teams for adult
Seems a
softball.
lot.
We go Tuesday night. Tuesday night is our church
Is that
league.
co-ed?
We have one co-ed day, so that's Sunday afternoons. We would play all our games at Carl Barton Junior Park. We have 10 teams in our co-ed division this season. They play on Sundays from like 3 to 7, 3 to 6, somewhere in there. And then we have a Thursday night men's league, a Friday night men's league, and then a Tuesday night church league. So
We also still have the Rod Jacks Basketball Academy going as well. And they work out every Monday and Tuesday, and then there's the occasional shoot-around clinic and camp on Saturday afternoons. So that's still going and very popular.
My goodness, there's just a lot.
A lot.
A lot.
like we said, we're hoping to get youth basketball and youth volleyball up and running soon. So we got a lot in store.
Wow.
Wes's dad was one of my proteges when I first moved to Conroe. So he's like second generation. You know, his dad was a Y rat, I guess you could say. He'll admit to it. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Wes and his sister grew up playing sports at the Y. So a lot of what Wes is doing right now is what I did for years in the Conroe community through the Y. Now we're doing it through Parks and Recreation.
It's nice.
That's
That's
right.
great. I am just so excited to hear about all of this. So, gentlemen, do you have anything else to add? Kyle, Wesley?
Thank you so much for having us.
No, this is great. This is very cumulative. So we're going to take another break and then hear about what is e-gaming. We're going to find out about that?
You're going to find out about it because if I tell you now, then it wouldn't be a surprise later.
Well, then we won't even have to have them come on, right? All right, so we're going to talk about e-gaming, and then it's back to you in the playbook and where you can find all this stuff with the City of Conroe. And it's cityofconroe.org all the time for anything having to do with the city. I mean, even bill paying or whatever, right?
Right.
Okay, so we're going to take another break. I'm Margie Taylor. We'll be right back.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
Since 2004, Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit RogersSteinChiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
And we are back. So this is all about the City of Conroe Parks and Recreation. And I'm just learning a whole bunch of stuff. First about the what is MAC again? What's the acronym?
Multi-Arts Camp.
Multi-Arts Camp. And we learned about senior dances, movies in the park. They're back, yay, starting May 7th, I believe. And then May 24th. And then even... Flick and float.
That's right.
Bring your own noodles.
Bring your own noodle. 2 dates. One at the water park, one at Oscar Johnson.
Yes. And the annual swim.
World's greatest swim lesson.
Swim lesson.
Yep.
World's greatest swim lesson for the Guinness Book of World Records is coming up again this summer. Didn't have it last year. I don't know what anybody did last year. But this year, it's all going on. I mean, we talked about the water park and the new Aquatic Center and all the different summer sports. And then we have Mike Cantu, who just joined us. And Mike is going to talk to us about something I didn't know you have, e-gaming. I don't even know what e-gaming is. So what is it?
E-gaming is, it's not necessarily new. It's new to us here at the City of Conroe, but it really kind of exploded as a result of COVID, more so in the parks and recreation industry. As a means for people to be able to do things, and the beauty of it is you can do it from the comfort of your house. They do have opportunities for people to get together and do it, but during COVID, that wasn't an option. But essentially, it's competitive video gaming.
Is that like Xbox kind of thing?
Yeah, Xbox. You can play on Xbox. You can play on the PlayStation 4 and or 5, and then the Nintendo Switch as well. So most of these gamers, they have these devices at their house, of course, and they already have the games that we're offering. Some of them are free games that come. They're free on the internet or on their device already, or common games such as Madden, which is NFL football. So there's a lot of people that play that. And then another popular game is Super Smash Brothers, which has been around for quite a while.
Is that cars or what is that?
No. It's actually characters from Pokemon to Super Mario Brothers to there's other characters. There's probably about 150 so characters that you choose, and you're just battling them. It's like you can have different weapons, different moves. It's been around for 20 plus years. That if you're a gamer, you know the name.
So how do they register? And I mean, is there a fee for participating?
Yeah,
in
there
this?
is a fee. We started off initially with offering a 1-day tournament for a couple games that we had, which was Rocket League and Fortnite. And it's a company that actually facilitates the actual gaming. They set up the tournament. They facilitate the game. They contact the participants prior to, tell them that this is the link to log on. This is what happens. It's traditionally happening on Saturday afternoons. So we had our initial tournament that we co-played with the Woodlands Township, and then there was a city in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, another Parks and Recreation. So 3 Parks and Recreation got together, offered a tournament. From Conroe alone, initially we had about 18 participants. So that was a 1-day thing, and then our next offering was we started in April. We started a league, so we've been going over 6 weeks there. So you can register. The name of the website is GG, the 2Gs leagues.com, and that's the company that facilitates for us.
That's kind of a new trend. Is that anything like where people would go to find these imaginary things in the park and all over? Remember that?
Geocaching?
What was that? Well, it wasn't exactly that.
That was Pokemon.
Pokemon. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
because they were looking and suddenly something would be here in the radio station or something like that.
It's digital. It's digital.
It was kind of a weird thing. I didn't
get all that. But this is gaming. Where you might have, sign up and play on a basketball team.
Right, you're just doing it virtually, and I know how they do that, and they keep track of who's winning.
Yep.
So let me bring it back to you a moment so you can get in a couple words about the playbook, because we only have a couple moments left. Yep. Tell me, so it's going to be in print.
Right, probably be ready for by next week for the summertime. Really, we print very few paper copies anymore. It's all digital. All you have to do is we do distribute some small index card size cards. It's got a QR code on it, and for marketing purposes, and you can scan that QR code. Takes you right to the website on the city website. Takes you right to the playbook location, and you can scroll through it, and then you can click on whatever program you're interested in, and then more information will come up with more specifics. Like Mike has a flyer for e-gaming there, but when you look at it in the playbook, it might only be a paragraph. You click on that, then you get more information. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, very good. So you might have these marketing things at the first Thursday concert,
Yeah,
possibly.
it's good. Oh, absolutely. You bet.
So when does your next tournament start, Mike?
It'll be in the summer. Like I said, they got about 3 more weeks of the current league, and then starting in I anticipate mid-May, early June.
They can enroll for
Yes.
that. Is there a limit on how many people?
Oh no, it's
because it's on your own kind of thing.
Right, and what's nice about it is that they are competing. This current league, there's 10 cities from Texas, Parks and Recreation, that are all competing in this league. So we don't have to come up with all the players from Conroe. Now you are playing Conroe kids, but you're also, I mean, you could be playing somebody that lives in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and you wouldn't even know,
Yeah,
right?
because it's all virtual, right?
Yeah.
It is. But I will say this, and this was one of the questions I asked Mike was, we've got young people on the site, and that's one thing, we want to be very careful of, and that this particular organization that we're offering e-gaming through, they are very, they monitor all of the...
They're sensitive to the ages and what's going on.
They're sensitive to what is going on through e-gaming, and they have made it very clear that if they see anything inappropriate with language or suggestive behavior...
They don't share names or addresses or...
No, you have a unique username, and they're monitoring the actual games to make sure that, the results that are being reported are accurate, and then also, like to Rob's mention, if there's any language that's inappropriate, or so. Yeah, they're there watching just to make sure that parents can feel safe about having their kids play. Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, we've you've seen it in the media probably that the YMCA is under contract to be purchased by the city. We're in 120-day due diligence time. We're looking at all the fields and the integrity of the facility and making sure that it's we get what we pay for, and hopefully by the time summer comes around, we'll have a definitive answer if that facility is ours, and then you're going to see a significant increase in opportunity for expanded programs, new programs, additional park space, additional outdoor activities.
A lot going on. A lot
Indeed.
going on in Conroe.
Yes, there is.
Okay. Well, that pretty much wraps it up today. And I probably didn't say your full name, Mike Cantu. And your role at the city is, I know you're under Parks and Rec.
I'm the Recreation Center Supervisor.
Okay. And Rob Hamilton is the manager, director?
No.
I don't know what you are. I've known you for a long
I'm the recreation manager, and my task is to oversee the recreation operations, which is basically all the facilities, the programs in the that are offered through the facilities, special events, and then any programs that are also in the park as well. So
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec. Because there you go, cityofconroe.org, and there's different ways you can navigate to the Parks and Rec. There's little circles, and there's a drop-down box on the left side, and then you can kind of scroll around to all the activities. And you also have a Facebook page, and it's City of Conroe Parks and Rec. So
that's right.
Everything's consistent. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for coming on. This was a lot of great information, and I hope it's a great summer.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, and we appreciate Lone Star Community Radio and the opportunities they afford to promote our programs and events. Thank you.
Okay.